what does the sound of music mean to you? It could be the background to your day, but to a fan, it can be the soundtrack of their favorite team.
And to an athlete, it's the motivation to the game they love the most.
Let the music play, whether it's during a morning run or a drive to work. It can help set the tone for the day. For athletes and sports fans, it creates an emotional experience for fans and helps an athlete get in rhythm for competition.
These relationships between sport and music are often very difficult to predict. If you really examine these two phenomena closely, you see that both are culturally pervasive, they both speak a universal language, and they're both all about emotions. And sometimes the two can just come together in such a seamless manner.
And when that happens, it can key in a memory that will last a lifetime.
I remember back when England hosted the European Soccer Championships, and they were drawn against old foes Germany in the semi-finals. And as the England team were coming onto the hallowed turf at Wembley, all you could hear was this roar of it served really to bridge the gap between a mere soccer tournament and a stage for the nation's hopes and dreams.
Fans' hopes and dreams for their team's success are eternal, and certain songs can harmonize into the tune of their culture.
And at the end of the day, it all kind of starts with the student body. They provide most of the energy in the stadium. If they're vibing something and they're reacting to something, the majority of the stadium's going to catch on, right? And they're going to, want to be involved as well. So, they're kind of the moving force.
Some songs may be decades old, but are timeless and filled with nostalgia for those in the stands.
Kids growing up, going to games, hear those things, and then, they continue to react to them when they come to games, and, you can hark back to your childhood.
According to Kara Georges, you should try and match your music tempo with your desired level to work. 120 beats per minute is the sweet spot for an athlete, or equivalent to a light jog. But what about when you drive? Well, your BPM would be around 80. Well, what about the heartbeat of a crowded stadium? Well, whatever it is, it keeps the athletes and the fans together.
Music brings people together, which is a huge thing for sports. Like, you want your fans to feel like they're in your game.
It helps set the mood, right? It gets you internally correct so that you can go be outwardly yourself.
Perhaps the most significant performance enhancer of them all is legal and injected into an athlete's ears, the sound of music.
You find that a lot of athletes will use music as a legal drug.
I would say music definitely dictates how I play. Like, if I don't listen to music before games, sometimes I can notice that I'm just a little bit flatlined.
I think it kind of just can take me away from kind of some thoughts and kind of just put me in a different mental zone to kind of compete.
Sometimes that's calm, sometimes it's pumped up, sometimes it's the lyrics, sometimes it's the meaning that you've associated before you even got to the space about this song. Everyone has a space that a song does something for them, and then that's how they use it. And then you have the habit strength of doing it over and over again, that it then becomes a ritual.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but music inspires in sports and in life. So let's keep that record broken and let the music keep on playing. Reed Harmon, Cronkite Sports Report.
The motor cortex in the brain regulates our coordination, like throwing a football or shooting a basketball.
It gives us some rhythm to our work, and music adds some grooves to our moves.